You're watching the Battered Fans Network.
Chris, the Herons are back. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 228 of the Battered Herons podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I mean, we had to come in. This is an emergency podcast here. There's a lot of things going on. This is quite the emergency.
Yeah. Actually, definitely an emergency pod because I was on this morning for Cafecito with the Herons with Solana, and I had no intention of getting on until later tonight when we're doing Battered MLS Fans. But when we saw the pricing, and you and I were on the phone, and we spent like half an hour just talking on the phone about this, we're like, man, we should just get on and just talk about it, because obviously it's a topic that people want to talk about. And on the Discord, people were talking about it, on Twitter. So we said, like, F it. 5 o'clock drive time, people driving home, maybe people want to call in. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, Chris, let's talk about it. Before we do, before I have to ask you one quick question, okay? While I open up my drink that you love so much, Mas. This is gonna be the first time I drink it out of a can. I was on this morning with Solana. He said he doesn't watch sitcoms. Do you watch sitcoms? I just want to put that out there. I didn't want to forget to ask you.
Yeah, I watch sitcoms. I mean, what kind of weirdo doesn't watch sitcoms?
Daniel Solana. Okay, that's
Sorry,
enough. All right, we can move on. All right, Chris, how are we feeling about?
Which we have something pending about talking about shows, but I guess we'll leave that for another day when it's a little bit less jam packed.
Yeah. So, tell me, how are you feeling about the about the tickets, the email that you received?
Well, I mean, look, everybody received an email showing you, hey, go ahead and check out how much it's going to be. How much it's going to be in order to go ahead and renew your tickets for. And honestly, it's been a punch in the gut for a lot of people. I thought that there was no increase, but at least for our section. But then I did a little bit of more digging, and there's even an increase in our section. So
no, there was an increase.
Nobody came out of here unscathed. Yeah,
there was an increase for everybody.
It's absolutely.
It just wasn't as large for everybody,
yeah.
buddy. For our seats, well, for me, it was about 4 to 5%. I don't remember exactly the number from last year, but about 4 to 5% increase from last year.
Yeah,
which isn't breaking the bank necessarily. For you, it was a little more, and I'm gonna let you get into why it's more, because even though your seats are next to mine, it was different. You're gonna pay a lot more this year than you paid last year, whereas I'm not gonna pay as much. And go ahead and explain to the people what your situation is while people get in here in the chat and let us know about their situations.
So, I mean, everybody knows that when you renew your season passes, you're given the opportunity to renew and pay in your monthly sum, right? In your monthly allotments, or you can be able to renew paying the total of whatever it is for the season tickets. Now, I last year paid for the tickets in full, right? One shot, boom. Now, for that, we were able to receive a discount. So the tickets were $1,800, and I ended up paying about $1,600 instead, generally for the whole season, right? So you save, I think it was like 10%. That's what the rep told me at the time, that you'll be saving. Now, this year, I ended up getting the information. I go in and I check. The increase is $1,870, I believe. And so I look at it and I'm like, okay, it's not that bad, right? $70, $35 a piece. It's not bad. But I ended up doing some more digging. And even if I were to do it in monthly increments or pay it in total, at the end of the day, I'm still going to pay the same amount. So I'm not saving any money for giving Inter Miami a full lump sum for these tickets. So where's the benefit, right? I'm not getting anything extra if I want to pay for these outright. Nothing.
Yeah, right. Because let me.
Oh, it is an increase, by the way.
Yes. Let me just summarize what you said, just to make sure that I understood and that everybody's listening understands what you're saying.
Yeah.
You paid about $200 less than I did, maybe $150 less than I did last year, because they gave you a discount for paying it in full instead of doing the monthly payments.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
This
correct.
year, they are not giving that option. If you pay it in full immediately, you are still paying the full amount. So
Yes.
last year you paid $150, $200, something like that, less than I did, even though we sat next to each other. This year, it doesn't matter if you pay it in full or in installments or payments, you're going to pay the same amount. So you are paying the difference that you had that saved last year plus the new increment. So even though I'm only paying about 5% more than I did last year, you're about to pay about 50, I think it was 12% more than what you paid last year.
Exactly. Yep. And look, I'm going to go over some of the things. Mike Longan, shout out to you, and you're commenting here in the chat. My rep said there is a goodie bag for those that pay in full. Not sure that is worth 5%. I asked the rep if you get that bag, whether you pay in full or you do increment payments, and they told me, and I'm saying they purposely, they told me that you get that bag, the swag bag. You get a swag bag regardless if you do payments or full-blown payment, but you have to do it within 10 days. That's the key, because they told me, they're like, well, if you renew right now, and I'm like, whoa, you mean within 10 days? She's like, yeah, within 10 days. Well, there we go.
So swag bag, Mike, whether you do it in payments or you pay in full, everybody's getting the swag bag, Mike. So don't let them finagle you into thinking you're getting something special because you're paying it in full. Now, I am curious to hear Mike, because I know Mike has some sweet seats out on the west side. I'm sure he had quite the increase. Joe Kerr said it was 10% for him. I've heard a lot of different things from different people. Like I said, for me, I want to say it's between 4 and 5%. I don't remember the exact number from last year. I'd have to go back and look. And then Mike Longan said that's not good. Reps are saying different things. Hey, reps got to keep their people happy, I guess, right?
Wait, hold on. Gus is mentioning here in the chat the bag is for who pays with a Chase card. Get out of here. That's a yellow card for you, Inter Miami reps. There's no way that you're going to get that bag just because you paid with a stupid Chase card.
Well, I have Chase, so I have no problems with this.
Nah, who cares? Get out of here. You're like one of like a billion, like a billion people. Nah, nobody has Chase. Everybody has Bank of America. Get out of here. You know what? I want to find out in the chat. Well, no, you know what? I don't want people getting hacked, so let's not do that. But
look,
and then
Mike
Factual
said that
Fruit
his was 14% increase.
Yeah. I mean, but Mike Longan, I imagine you probably paid out.
He had the same issue as you did. Yeah. He had the same issue as you did. Look, he got the 5% from last year like you did, and now he's having to add that plus the regular increment. So there's probably a lot of people that are like you, where they paid in full last year, and now they're going to have to pay that difference plus the new increase in price.
Hold on, because now we got Factual Fruit saying his rep didn't answer, right? Then Mike Longan is throwing in a real curveball here. So there's two bags. There's a Chase bag and a swag bag. Am I going to have to go and open up a Chase account within the next 24 hours so I can have access to both bags? And is the Chase bag going to be with Chase all over the place?
All right. And then Joker is saying you get concessions credits for full payment. That it's incorrect, because I was told that I get $80 because I'm in general, because I'm sitting in the South Side. I get $80 just for renewing. So it's not for full payment. It's just for renewing. And depending whether you're VIP or suite or whatever, you get more money. We get $80 for renewing.
Oh, no.
So a lot of misinformation going around, apparently.
Listen, they didn't ask. I keep saying it, but it doesn't matter. They didn't ask whether I'm VIP or not. They asked me what section I sit in to figure out how much money I get in my account. And I asked,
North and South in general.
But then why would they ask me what section? What if I sit in the West or East? Maybe I get more money. Because look, I for those of you sitting in the West and East, for those of you that sit there, I feel bad for you guys. Because you guys are for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys are for sure getting done. You're getting dealt badly, right? For the people that sit in the North and South, it's not that bad. The tickets
wasn't as bad as I was expecting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not happy that it went up at all. Like, I feel like it shouldn't. think they should have waited till the new ballpark opened. But considering what I was bracing myself for, not that bad. Not that bad.
Well, look, the $80, I clarified that it is monies that you're getting for food and beverage or merch, regardless of how you renew the tickets. Okay. You get your branded swag bag with a shirt, a hat, a scarf, and maybe, I guess, other items, right? And that's only if you renew within 10 days. Has nothing to do with how you purchase it, increments of payment, nothing. Now, it's given after the renewal, because I asked, well, when am I going to get this swag bag? Said no, it's after the renewal. The season, the gift for last season, right? That gift, you're going to be getting an email sent to you guys with items that you can be able to sort through and pick, and they will mail it to you apparently. So you'll be receiving some sort of a special gift for having
per account.
Factual Fruit saying per ticket or one per account. What is he talking about? The swag bag?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
all the bags that have been spoken about. My understanding, all those bags are one per account, not per ticket. Because somebody like Jason L has 6 tickets, he's not getting 6 bags.
I'm telling you right now, Jason and I are gonna march to the office, and we're getting bags for each seat. And if anybody else wants a bag for each seat, you line up right behind me, and we're gonna blast this place.
I will tell you something. You know how Christian makes such a big deal about spelling Chris with a K? It's because he's such a major Karen.
Like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Chris is as big of a Karen as there exists anywhere.
I'm not that guy.
Constantly complaining and asking for stuff.
I got my first captain band in Charlotte, not in Miami.
They offer it here. They offer it here all the time. Last time I was at the game, I told my wife, I was like, let me get a captain's band real quick because I need to show Chris. And then the line was too big, so we didn't make it. But they have them here also, man.
Listen, right here, Solana says it. If you don't ask, you never receive. And at the end of the day, guys, if you feel like you're getting done dirt off of this deal, okay, then you need to ask for more. You need to let it be known. Dude, listen, the fact that there's no discount for paying fully, it's outrageous. I'm literally willing to give you almost 2 stocks. And then Mike Longan saying, need to drop, but wanted to stop by and say, hey, for once, Danny can't use my name in anger. Absolutely.
Shout out
right.
to Mike Longan with the Inter Miami show. I'm sure whenever they record, they're going to have plenty to say about this, because I'm sure Mike is going to get, I mean, if you're in the West Stand, you're probably getting the biggest price increase.
Absolutely. And listen, AZ Rebellion, I am gonna steal all the swag bags. You give me that opportunity, I'm walking out with one for every member of my friends and family. Okay. So, and Mr. Krabs, we're getting close to that.
No, we're not. Don't say that. No, we're absolutely not. We're not vandalizing anything.
So back to what I was saying. You want your gift for being a season ticket holder, you still got to wait in queue, buddy. The email's coming. Look out for it, right? And you can pick whether you want a keychain with a crappy logo in the back or you want a stupid Publix captain band. I don't know what they're going to give. You'll check it out.
Shout out to Jason. Twice in one day. Yes, this wasn't not planned. Chris and I were on the phone for about 30 minutes talking about this. We're like, we should just get on. We should just get on and give people a chance to call in also if they want to. And voice their frustrations. If they're frustrated, or maybe they're not frustrated. Maybe they're like, you know what, this wasn't that bad. We're getting a good deal. Solana constantly says that we have something really good on the pitch, and it's true. And Jason, just so you know, 3 times technically today, because Battered MLS fans at 9:00. Oh, there you go. Battered MLS fans at 9:00. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel MLS Battered MLS fans on YouTube. That's the new channel, and we'll be going live tonight.
And if you think about it, it's 5 times, Jason, in 24 hours. So like the boys for that. Let's go.
That's true, because we went on twice last night. So in a span of 24 hours, 5 shows for sure.
Who's doing that? And talk about season tickets.
All right. Well, I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be talking about season tickets this week.
So plate voucher, we've been big on that. Found out last year and this year it's only for VIPs. So apparently, if you pay a big bucks, then you get a little $35 voucher to have your little license plate. Get out of here, man. Why you don't give that to all the fans?
You
That's
should
why
give it to everybody.
That's why they're never going to have Inter Miami license plates, because they're giving it to like the 20 people that get VIP seats.
Wow. That's why they didn't give it to us last year. Because that would be a great incentive. I would love that. They would immediately get it. And then we could finally get that plate on the back of our car.
Joe, I actually asked the rep as well about getting extra games included. And I don't listen, there's and we're going to go over the pictures of last year's benefits, this year's benefits. And I asked if we can get even away games. And there's nothing, no discounts, no nothing to get away games unless you're VIP. I mean, but by then you get your little $35 fucking license plate voucher.
No, and then back to what Joe Kerr's saying about no extra games. I'm going to pull up the graphic that we made for the MLS show. Again, this is the what we made for going over this on the MLS show. And on the left side is teams that include Leagues Cup with the season ticket pass. On the right side is teams that don't. And then when I put this up into the Battered MLS fans account today, I had Red Bull fans. Now, remember, I spoke to a few content creators from every team. And some people apparently had the info a little wrong, because I had a few Red Bull fans tell me that it is included in the Red Bull's season ticket package.
Ooh.
So that's another team that should be on the left side. And I've had conflicting reports about the LAFC. That one I find it hard to believe. I think LAFC doesn't include it. But as far as the Red Bulls go, apparently they should be on the left side also. So that would be only 6 teams. And I don't know about DC United. 6 teams that don't include it. Inter Miami obviously being one. And, I mean, the majority of the league included at least one Leagues Cup game. And the reason that it's only one is because when you had to renew your tickets or buy season tickets, the draw for Leagues Cup hadn't been done yet. So you weren't sure how many games you were going to host. So they guaranteed at least one Leagues Cup game. So I think that is a crime that we now know that next year for Leagues Cup, as much as MLS is pushing it, we will have to buy those tickets separately yet again.
Which I want to bring up this image right here, which this is the first part of the 2025 member renewal benefits as far as value is concerned. And as a matter of fact, let me see if it actually says it here, or if it's in the savings or in the events. Where was that? The wording that I ended up finding that we went over. I mean, I don't know if you want to just go ahead and go over all of this stuff.
Go for it. I'll let you handle that.
So, well, we'll go over what we did last year, right? And you tell me if we got these or not. Okay. So we'll do, I guess, like a little checklist as we go through this. So this was from last year's renewal benefits. And I'm just going to go through the non-premium members because we're kind of poor. So 17.
We're financially challenged.
Correct. 17 match package MLS.
Got that.
We got that. 2024 Apple TV MLS season pass.
Got
that. Flexible payment plan. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah.
You didn't take it, but it was an option.
I didn't take it, but it was an option. Yes. Custom 2024 membership card.
Not yet.
I guess that wasn't the pink card in the box.
No, that was 2023. We haven't gotten one this year.
Okay, so we're missing that. Miami Freedom Park ticket priority. That
absolutely
means
not.
Absolutely nothing.
And which, by the way, this year again.
Yeah, yeah. Then we got pre-sale and/or discounts to other Inter Miami matches. Now they meant pre-sale and/or discounts to either Inter Miami matches, to other Inter Miami matches in terms of Leagues Cup, in terms of, I guess, other tournaments. I mean, pre-sale, yeah, you're going to send me an email so I can find a way to buy it. But aside from that, I haven't seen discounted pricing for that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I can't say yes or no to that.
I'll proceed. Pre-sale and/or discounts to other Drive Pink events. We got pre-sale. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you cover yourself pretty well there with the legal team.
Well, and we get that Wolves Red Bulls game that's this weekend, I believe. We got discounted tickets and pre-sale tickets for that, even if we don't want to see it. That's going on
Nice.
there, and other
Who
games
cares?
like that.
Yeah, who cares? I'd rather go see a free IMCF2 game. Okay. Parking priority and member pricing. Now that is when they offer you parking passes like on a season basis, which I didn't
Mm-hmm.
take. I know that you had explored that at some point.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so that's, I guess, yeah, we got that. Preseason football fiesta, open training friendly meet and greet. We ended up getting that, I think, at some point. That
Yeah,
was
it
the
was like a
burger
weekday
party.
though. Yeah, it was a weekday,
Yeah,
so we didn't go.
yeah, they just jammed that in there. Half of the people that
Mm-hmm.
have season tickets didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
2025 priority seat selection / relocation. I don't know what to do with that.
What?
That's 2025. That's like telling me that this year now I can be able to have priority seat selection or relocation of my seat.
I mean, I guess we got that today. I have no idea. Okay, let's move on.
I guess. First right of refusal for playoffs and other cup matches. This is the first year
Yes.
ever that we actually were
Yes.
given that.
Yeah. Yeah,
10%
that's good.
10% discount on food and beverage at Dry Pink that you get.
Got it.
You,
I mean,
yeah,
I
you
don't
just
use
need,
it really.
yeah, you just need to put your phone number when you enter for the food and stuff. 10% discount on merch at Dry Pink Stadium, which you get that as
Yeah.
well. 10% discount on IMCF Foundation merch. I mean,
I don't know what that is.
I've never bought. I don't even know what foundation merch is, but it sounds pretty important. Complimentary tickets to all IMCF2 home games. I've
Yep.
never explored it, but
No, but
I
a lot
know
of
that
people go. Well, I know people that
Calypso.
go. Mm-hmm.
I know Calypso has gone, and he said that he gets some, complimentary. So I get that. Access to Merch Madness. So great. We can go get. We have access to jock straps.
Jock straps. Yep.
Yeah, we get jock straps and plates of Robbie Robinson. Exclusive IMCF membership loyalty program. I ended up finding out that that's like a QR code that you sign into your phone and you scan it at the white tents, and it basically gives you like a badge, a digital badge, like, hey, you've been to every single home game. Hey, you bought this. Hey, you've done that. Great. So I'm playing Pokemon Go at Inter Miami Stadium.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'll
Food
wrap
and
this up
beverage isn't
real quick.
included.
Yeah, because we're not rich. Away match trip, we're not rich. Chance to win 2 tickets to an away match. I guess if you're giving me that, putting my name on a damn raffle ticket, great. Thanks for that benefit.
But when did we get that? I haven't gotten that raffle ticket.
But you have to go to the tent and you have to tell them that you have season tickets, and then they put your name on a stupid raffle ticket, and like I don't even know who's won this thing.
Okay.
2020.
The preseason pub crawl wasn't preseason, but they're gonna do it like this week or next week.
Yeah, because they're trying to jam as much as they can in order to be able to try to get everybody to renew. License plate vouchers, as you could see, you need to be VIP to get that $35 banger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then season ticket member appreciation gift, which is on its way in an email to you.
This is a great question. What's a pub crawl?
A pub crawl, Mr. Krabs, is where I imagine a group of people walk through a street and then they can be able to go to different bars, different restaurants. I'm trying to keep
But
it
like
very PG.
But how is it coordinated by the team? That's what I guess that's my question.
I mean, I imagine that everybody's got to stay like it's a field trip. It's an Inter Miami field trip, guys. Make sure you bring your parent permission slip and don't get lost, because if you do, you'll find yourself in a part of Fort Lauderdale you don't want to be at.
Okay, yeah, because I have no idea. I get the concept of what a bar crawl would be. I just don't understand how it's an event. But okay, so just everybody gets together and you just walk in a group from bar to bar. Okay,
everybody gets to be angry together, drinking beer about their season tickets.
Oh,
this Saturday, fresh off of getting the news.
All right. So, As you can see, Chris is a lot more worked up about all this stuff than I am.
It's
When
so dumb.
I got
What?
4% increase. Again, I don't want any increase, but I was like, okay, I can live with that.
Now, I mean, I could bring up the 2025 benefits. They're a little bit more divided.
Well, there's things that they took out, right? Like there's no longer a meet and greet, I believe.
Nope. Right here, 2025, you get the 17 game MLS, the 2025 membership. You get the MLS.
We're
package.
not even promised a physical card anymore. They wanted to,
Yeah, look
they're
at,
just going to send us a picture.
I mean, read it. The third one, read it.
Yeah. Yeah. Custom 2025 digital membership card. They gave us a physical one 2023. 2024, they said that they're going to give us one. They haven't given it to us yet. And now 2025, they're like, yo, we're just going to email you a picture. That's it.
Yeah. That's all you get, buddy.
And it's going to be one of those Excel merges that they do, like mail merge. And they're just going to have everybody's name, and they're just going to automatically fill in the name to every card so that they can just mail it out really quick.
Yes.
All right.
That's awful. And then on top of that, you get the inaugural season at Miami Freedom Park Priority Access, which again is the same benefit you gave me last year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really an extra benefit. It's the same benefit. It's basically like a ghost benefit. You're just getting a ghost benefit at this point.
Joe Kerr said, like most contracts and forms, at the very bottom in the fine print that it says everything could be subject to change. And
yes, that's what I read to you earlier.
So, I mean, and that's obvious. We get that. But do you think, are you happy or unhappy right now?
I feel like any increase should bring something good to the people that are renewing.
It should bring something that we didn't have before.
Correct. Something good, something new. And I understand, look, it's so easy to be able to say, well, we have Messi. But again, you want us to renew. You want us to renew for this team, right? It's like we talked about in the last episode. If we don't renew now, some schmuck is going to take our seats. Mm-hmm. So the team's not going to hurt this year. They're going to get people to fill those seats in like that, whether you like it or not. It's going to hurt them next year. Next year is where the impact can be felt immediately.
No way. Next year is the new park.
But again, if you're not offering anything like catastrophically great, other than a new ballpark,
that's a pretty big deal.
You think that's a big deal?
100%.
And if the team is garbage,
do you think the team's going to be
there's
garbage?
There's no way you could be able to sell these prices. I don't think so. But I mean, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this team is the team that was before, like 2021. We have 2021 Inter Miami in a new stadium.
I think.
You think these prices are justified?
No, but maybe season ticket wise they won't. But I don't think the stadium would be empty. I think new ballpark, people are going to be interested and people are going to go to the games, even if it's a bad team, when it's a new ballpark. Now, that excitement will die down eventually. Look, even the Marlins were selling tickets the first year, for the first couple months at least, right? It's 81 games. But the first couple months, new ballpark, everybody was interested. Everybody's intrigued. I want to see the new ballpark. But no, I understand. Again, I'm not as upset as you are. I thought I would be. I thought that I would be very upset today. I'm surprisingly not. And look, unfortunately, season tickets, for the most part, usually there's an increase every year. Usually, right? And it's usually small, but there's usually an increase in season tickets just about every year, right? We're just with inflation. That's just the way things go, unfortunately.
But this is... Mm-hmm. But go ahead, Danny. Finish up.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna put the link into the chat in case anybody wanted to call in now.
Yeah, and go ahead and click the link, guys. Jump in. I understand, Mr. Krabs. It's that Messi tax. I get it. Again, there's a lot of people that are not going to be renewing their season tickets this year. which is fine. But what I'm telling you is that this organization is not going to feel a damn thing if you renew or not. There's people waiting in a list to renew and take the same seats that you guys have. Literally hundreds of thousands of people waiting to get tickets.
And just real quick, Mitch made an example here, an analogy to the Marlins, new stadium, uniforms, then it all came crashing down. I think baseball, just in general, has always had a hard time keeping people, just in general. So I understand the comparison,
Yeah,
but I don't think it would ever face the same demise like the Marlins did. Oh, we just had a caller and they just dropped off.
Yeah, it was Ice. Call right back in, buddy. I didn't want to say the rest of the name until they got on here.
I didn't see the name.
So if anybody wants to join, voice what they're thinking about this ticket renewal crap, what your opinions are, whether it's good or bad, you feel like you got shafted or not, you feel like you're getting a bargain or not, call us up and let us know.
And that's a great point that Jason just brought up, because I realized the same thing and I forgot to bring that up, that it used to be a 9-month payment plan and now they split it up into 10 months, which I thought was interesting also. I guess they wanted us to not feel that hit as much, because it looks like technically you're paying less every month now.
Yeah.
So smooth. All right. And now here we have Gus that is joining us. What's going on, Gus?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, hold on, because I have too much echo. Hold on.
It's okay. Take your time, buddy. Take your time.
If this is Gus from the Discord, Gus is not very happy. So I'm very interested to hear what Gus has to say, because we have a Gus in the Discord that was not happy. And while we wait for Gus here, let's see. If we only got 10% last year, 10% would have been fine this year.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, and I think that was ultimately one of my biggest points is, how are they going to increase after you just doubled everybody's payments, like everybody's price? Yes. What's going on, Gus?
What's up, Gus?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you perfectly.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, the thing is, my situation is different of all of you, because last year was my first season ticket. So my section, the guys sitting next to me, they paid section 115. They pay 1955, okay, for the renewal price, and I paid 2,500 per seat. And I understand I have to pay the basic tax. I pay basically 500 more than any other. So this year, for what I find out, and I spoke with my rep, what they did is all season. There are 3 tiers that are here for more than 1 year. Then there is a second tier, which is me, the 1-year season ticket holders. Correct. And then the new tier is for the new season ticket holders for this year. Yes. So the old season ticket holders, they get an increase about between 8 and 10%. The new year, the 1-year season ticket holders like me, almost no increase. My increase was from 2,500 to 2,550, so it's almost the same price. But I already paid the tax last year, so basically what I think is unfair in my case is I'm already a season ticket holder. They are treating me like a new season ticket holder, because I'm paying, in comparison with the guys sitting next to me, the increase to them was 8%. So this year they're gonna pay, and I'm paying 25.
Wait, so, you mentioned, or is he's breaking up, or is that just me?
He's breaking up a little bit, but Gus, if you can go back, you said that the guy next to you, his increase was 8%. So he went from 1,900 to what number was it?
From 1955 to 2125.
And then you're still at the 25 something.
2550.
Okay, so they didn't raise you.
My point is, in my case, now I consider myself an old season ticket holder, not a new one, and I'm gonna pay the same as the new tier, because the new tiers for the new members, they're gonna pay in my section around 20.
Around the same price. That's what they're going to be paying.
Yeah, around the same price as me.
Well, and I want to follow up with something there before I get Daniel involved here. One of the things that I did learn from my rep is that for people that had their tickets for a certain point in time, they're considered like legacy members.
More than 1 year.
Yes, for more than a year, for 2 years plus. Those people apparently do not get a bigger increase as much as the 1 years and then the brand new ticket purchasers for the season.
Which is that between 8 and 10% increase.
Yeah. Now, in my case, yeah, go ahead, Danny.
I'm trying to follow along here because I wasn't sure if it was just me hearing them break up or not. So what you're telling me is that people that have had tickets for more than 2 years are considered legacy OGs, whatever, and they're getting a higher percentage increase than people that just started. Lower percentage increase.
Yes. You get a between an 8 and 10%. That's the math I made based on the Discord and all the people talking.
Right. But how much what percentage did yours go up? Because you said that you went from 2,500 to 2,550.
Correct. No increase. But last year I paid for my section, I paid 2,500 for being the first year, and the rest of my section, a season ticket holder, paid 1,955. So I paid 500 more than them in that section. But I understand they didn't get the discount that you guys got.
They probably paid their tickets in full then.
Correct.
That's the bigger difference is that
which is okay. I understand that. I pay a premium because I was a new season ticket holder, but this year I'm not. So why I have to? They increase mine, and they don't charge me like the guy who is sitting next to me, who is paying 21 and I'm paying 25.
I wasn't aware that people that bought it for the first time last year were paying that much more.
They were.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't aware of that. Okay,
yeah.
So okay.
I actually spoke to the rep today, and they told me that I said, people that are getting their tickets now for the first time ever, season tickets, how much are they paying? Is it a big difference? She said, yeah, it's a significant difference. So Gus, thank you so much for well, before we let you go, do you have any other thoughts? Anything else you want to say?
Thank you for the show, guys.
No,
Awesome,
I thank
Gus.
you for getting us up because that's interesting, and I hope that this sparks more conversation within people listening and
yeah. Let me tell you, my rep, he wasn't happy. He was like he's feeling the pain.
Absolutely.
Oh, I bet.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot, Gus.
Thank you, Gus. So, I mean, look, a lot of people have their thoughts on this, and it's tough. It's a tough pill to swallow. So now we'll go over to Kevin Hernandez waiting on hold.
Before we do, real quick, we had a question. Hey guys, what happened with Avila's last match? He had a concussion the day before, so he couldn't play on Saturday. Hopefully he's good to go this Saturday against Tigres. So I just wanted to make sure I answered that question. All right, Kevin, what is going on?
Good afternoon. I just wanted to come on the show to appreciate what you do because I'm a great fan of yours, and I just want to thank you for the show and entertaining us.
All right, thanks a lot, Kevin. Appreciate you jumping on.
Have a great rest of your evening.
You too.
Thank you so much, brother. Shout out to Kevin. Let's go. Spread positivity, guys. Spread love, baby.
Yeah. All right. So the Gus thing was interesting. I was unaware. I thought that maybe somebody that signed up for the first time was paying more, maybe. But if I'm sitting next to somebody and they're paying $1,900 and I'm paying $2,500, that's a pretty big difference. $600 per ticket.
But the thing is, Danny, he's not including the fact that, like he mentioned, people like me who paid the tickets outright versus people who paid a monthly amount. You know, that's the reason that there's that discrepancy. So the increase itself, If I would have paid monthly like you did, then I'd look at this and say it's not that big of a hit. But because I did pay as the total last year, then to me it is a little bit significant.
But I think what he's saying though is that even after the increments, his went up by 50, and his neighbors went up by I think it was like 150, but his neighbor's only paying $2,100 now, and he's paying $2,550. So it's still almost $500 difference. So what he's saying is like, this is bullshit. That's basically what he's saying. But I mean, I guess that's the benefit of being like, everybody likes to say, "Oh, I'm an OG," or keeping your season tickets, because technically their grandfather. If this is all true, they're technically grandfathering some of us in, which I can appreciate, because if I'm really paying less than somebody that Jesus, if I'm paying less, I got to start just fisting. If I'm gonna be paying less than people that are just recently getting tickets, then maybe it is one of the few incentives to keep renewing, because I'm being grandfathered in at this price. So that's interesting. I wasn't aware of that.
Now, Kata's asking, how much do I pay now? The price difference for me was a good like $200 and something, but that's only because I paid totally for my tickets in one shot last year.
Right? So he got a discount last year. That discount doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. So I basically got to eat the discount, and then on top of that, pay the messy tax.
And pay the messy tax, right? And I'll shout out to Vice City Lucas. I see that he's in here. I would love to know because I believe Vice City Lucas, we see your videos, so we know you sit in the supporter section. I'm assuming you're a season ticket holder. Was there a price increase for the supporters? And if it was, if you could just enlighten us with the percentage number. Why? You don't have to tell us how much money you're spending. Just if you can give us like a percentage, just so we can get an idea, because I'm also curious about that.
Now, Charles is asking, what is the average price on North or South? That's something that's kind of hard to wrangle down, because it just depends on what row, what seats you guys have, because
and apparently how long
North and South are the most affordable seats.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Because me, you, and the guy next to us, I mean, we got a deal compared to some of these people that just came last year or this year.
Yeah, now that I'm saying this, for sure.
Now, Joker's asking a really good question. Is Messi on the team, though? I mean, yeah. And that's the tax that we're paying. Danny, if you guys call in if you guys have any opinions, guys.
And then Sergio saying, "Hey Daniel, we still have the Florida tax break, so technically we still save money for paying in full early. If you can call this a discount." I do not call that a discount, but I mean, if definitely want to look at it as the glass half full, more props to you. I love people that are positive, so go for it. I like that you're thinking that way. But so all in all, you're unhappy. It seems like most people are unhappy. I thought that it was gonna be worse. So I'm not going to say that I'm happy, but I am not as unhappy as I thought I might be. So I take that for what it's worth, I guess. Anything else that we found out today that you want to get into before we close this out? Mm-hmm.
We still need 1,640 Inter Miami plates in order to make this happen. That's what I just found out. And Inter Miami doesn't want to give plates to anybody.
I think that you should just give up on that dream, because I don't think that we're ever going to get those license plates, honestly.
You don't think that they can give 1,600 plates to all the people that are signing up for new tickets?
I think they can. I don't think they will. All right. Let's see. We got Bob that's about to join us. So let me put Bob in real quick before we get to El Bigote. So here we go. Bob, what's going on, Bob?
Thank you so much for taking my call.
Much appreciated.
Sure.
The hour's coming. All we hear is soul.
Okay. All right. And now bringing on El Bigote.
Guys.
What's going on, El Bigote?
What's up, guys? So I don't have a season ticket for Inter Miami. I'm just going to put that out there right up to begin with. But I've been talking with Gus And I've been doing some of the math. Me and Solana have been in the Discord, and I think the biggest thing is like the inconsistency between the contrast between like people that even sit next to each other. Like Contra said
Right.
something about his people paying $800 less. Everyone has an
Oof.
average of an 8.6% price increase, but then all of a sudden, if you look at like Gus's situation, his is 24% from the person sitting next to him, because in 1955 that he's supposed to get. Nobody told him whenever he bought those first season tickets that, hey, you're going to be at 2,500 and then you're going to get a 1% price increase, excuse me. So everyone is like bouncing around left to right, and then some people are even getting $800 off. Where is that coming from?
That's insane. I wonder where
Well,
that is coming from. That's got
well,
to.
and that's been something that's had me kind of confused throughout the day also, because the more I hear, I didn't realize that so many people sitting within arm's distance of each other are paying such different prices, and I don't think that it's laid out very well as to how those prices are determined. And yeah, and so that's why the whole Gus thing struck me as odd also. And then somebody asked what the Discord is. I'm going to put the link real quick in case anybody wants to join the Discord. Go ahead, Chris, or Bigote, if you go ahead, you can keep going while I do
Well,
this.
Bigote, I have a question for you. Do you think that maybe the decrease in price is because they moved their tickets?
See, and that could be, but I also, to me, it just feels like somebody doesn't know how to do accounting. Like that, the simple thing is somebody in a row doesn't pay the same price increase, and you're sitting to the left and right of somebody. Like it just seems like
Yes.
it kind of feels like it's the UEFA Champions League, and they're rolling the ball on the wheel, and you're getting a number pick to see who you're going to be playing against in that group.
Yes.
And that's how it feels based off of everyone's comments and everyone's like different price increases or even decreases. But at the end of the day, there's an 8% price increase. Okay, where's the return on investment from supporters like you guys yourself or everybody else that has season tickets? What are we going to get that's actually, worth that 8% price increase? Okay, a co-branded duffel bag with Chase if you use a Chase credit card or debit card. Cool. Yeah, I don't use Chase.
Well, and you know what? And that's what that conversation I was having with Solana, because Solana kept telling me, "But you have the best team in the league right now in front of you." And I said, "I understand that. That's why they doubled my price last year. But from the price increase from last year and the price that increase that's coming up next year, what justifies that increase? Because I'm getting, if I already have the best team in the league next year, it's either the same or worse. Like it's either I have the best team or no longer have the best team. What's the difference? What's the incentive? What am I getting that justifies you increasing it, whether it be 4% for me, 12% for Chris, 8.5% for Gus? Like what's justifying the increase? And there really is nothing that I can think of that's justifying it, and no explanation given in that email that would justify it. If anything, they're giving us less.
And that's how I feel. Everything is intangible that they're offering, essentially, because you're relying on whether or not Messi is going to stay healthy, Suarez is going to stay healthy, Alba, Busquets, they're going to stay healthy. Because for all we know, they could come into 2025 and get hurt and be out for the entire season. And just like that return on investment that they're betting on everybody doing, that's not tangible to me. I feel like there has to be some level of justification for you guys as season ticket holders to do a price increase to begin with. Okay, what can you give me that isn't relying on a human to unfortunately get hurt? Yes, we have Messi. I've been following Messi since I was a child, and him growing up in Barcelona. He gets hurt. Everybody gets hurt. We're humans. Like we're not robots. We can't stop ourselves from getting hurt. So that 8% price increase for me personally, to see him play, I wouldn't do it. I would just fly by the wire and get tickets as I can.
And I understood it last year to an extent. What I don't understand is why you would double it last year and explain it as obviously you have Messi now, but then again do it, and not only just do it right now, but do it after 13 home games, which he only played a little over half of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not seeing it, just like you're saying, and like Gus and a lot of people are saying. I don't see how you justify the increase. But that's how battered I am, is that I was bracing myself for something so horrible. When I saw 4%, I said, okay, I can live with 4%. So there I am.
Yeah, it's just wild to me. There's a lot of gambling going on with yes, everyone is lined up in a row to get those season ticket from people that don't renew.
You're still
Okay.
gonna sit there.
That doesn't make it fair to anybody that's been doing it since 2019
Absolutely
at all.
not.
100%. And I know Solana's like, yeah, but the prices will go down. I've never heard of tickets going down in price. Now, Solana said it happened with the Heat. Maybe. Do you envision that happening with Inter Miami? I don't, especially after they move into a new stadium.
No, we've
I don't
had
think they're gonna come
Messi
back
once.
down.
We're always going to pay for the tax. We've had him once.
Exactly.
We're always going to have that tax.
That's
Yeah,
a grand
for
tax,
sure.
though, Bigote. That's a grand tax. I mean, we're not going to get anything close to Messi after he leaves. Like to maintain for the organization to sustain that sort of request, I mean, it's going to take a lot.
But the crazy thing is people will probably do it. Somebody, even if Messi's not here, it's going to be forever known as Messi's retired from the MLS team Inter Miami. They're going to continue. They're going to continue to pay it, and that's going to be the narrative that they push. Whether or not he becomes a part owner of it, and if he does with Beckham and the Moss brothers, boom, right there, you got the forever grandfather tax of Messi.
Adrian saying that you don't even get extra games. Well, we didn't get Leagues Cup. We used to get preseason games, but you know why we're not going to get preseason games next year? Because there's another World Tour coming. That's why we're not getting another preseason. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's
all right, Bigote. Much appreciated, man. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, Bigote. I have a quick question for you.
Go ahead.
A quick question. This is me just spitballing here.
Okay.
I feel like the price increases are short-term profit over, and they're disregarding the long-term effects that it's going to have with the fan base. Do you think, in your opinion, that there's a possibility that maybe the owners aren't worried about the future because they're planning on selling? And I haven't heard absolutely anything about this. No rumors, no nothing. This is just me thinking, why would they be so short-sighted? And maybe it's because they don't care about the future because they don't plan on being here for the future.
1,000%. 1,000%. I'm gonna stop you right there. I've already thought of it. They're elevating it and propping it up on a pedestal for it to just dump out below it. They're gonna get this new stadium, and I'm speaking this into existence because I've been doing business for all of my professional life. Let's just put it that way. And this is a prime example of taking the risk for the reward and just going to straight dump it afterwards, because like that picture was shown on Discord, we're $1 billion team now. Come on now, you think looking at the Moss brothers history, you don't think that they don't want this as an investment to be something that they can just go ahead and get out of quickly after Messi retires, after Suarez retires? 1,000%. But at the end of the day, that's what business is. We can't fault them for doing it because business is exactly that. But I 1,000% agree that it's actually going to be them selling it.
El bigote for president, Joker says.
That will be on a shirt one day, El Bigote, I promise.
All right, man. We appreciate you hanging out with us, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Well, again, and let me reiterate, not even the slightest bit of rumor or any
Danny
type
just
of
broke the
comment
news.
anywhere.
Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for what he just did?
This is just me thinking, why on earth? Because everybody says it. How many people have said it? Like, think about the future. What about the fans in the future? What about after Messi leaves? And I started thinking, like, maybe it's because they don't care, because they're not going to have to deal with it because they won't be here. You want prices to decrease? A new owner could come in and be like, look, I'm new owner here. I'll bring down the prices a little bit, make everybody happy. Everybody loves the new owner. Everybody's happy again. Like, and then again, just a random thought that came to me. Maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe that's why they don't really care about the future affected fans that are affected.
I don't know if you guys just paid attention in the last couple minutes, guys, but Danny literally just shattered the news. Inter Miami is selling, baby.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right.
Just joking, guys.
Says, no, Danny, it's not really a wanting to sell the team. It's getting other partners to invest. They'll always retain some shares. It's a vanity club. Well, I mean, if you say that they're not going to sell completely, but they could sell the share at more than probably what they bought the team for to begin with, or bought into the team, right? Because in the MLS you can't actually buy the team. So I mean, it's along the same lines. I don't know. Again, just a random thought that I had. Who knows?
I wanna go back to a comment that Hoffmat mentioned, saying, "Where's my 5% early bird discount? Instead, I get food credits." Hoffmat, that 5% early bird discount no longer exists. You get $80 worth of food, which would go a long way in Atlanta and go 5 minutes here in Miami.
Oh yeah, my wife's this season she's pregnant, so she can't drink. But the season before, she's gone and she's bought like a regular like drink, like a mixed drink.
$24. It's a double.
Yeah,
you get
man.
a double shot of whatever drink,
And it's
margarita.
like $25. It's like two of those is $50. My God, and they don't get the job done. Let me tell you. I'll tell you right now, in case you were wondering, they don't get the job done. So wild prices going on. Oh man.
Listen, I think that this is a disaster. I wish
I don't know
that
about a disaster. Again, I thought it wasn't as bad as what I was expecting.
I'm trying to look up that thing that I went over with you in the email. First right of refusal for right there. First right of refusal for playoffs and other cup games when available. You guys got to understand right there in the middle. The wording that they do is so lawyery that what they did with some of the verbiage here.
Very legal. That's very legal language right there.
They got all these benefits and sent it to the best team of attorneys in this in the Fort Lauderdale area.
I mean, that wasn't very difficult to think up, man.
No.
When available.
Available.
You don't need the guy from what's that lawyer? Suits. You don't need the guys from Suits for that. Like
we got and ors here, so you might get or you might not get.
Look, when available, I would assume they're talking about Champions Cup, Leagues Cup. They should be. That's MLS. They should be able to give MLS tickets. What was that? It was what was the when available? Oh, first right of refusal. Yes. Leagues Cup is MLS. That should be a given. Playoffs should be a given. The Champions Cup, that one I think is what they're kind of prefacing as when available. They might not be available. Better Call Saul. I've never watched that show. I've heard it's amazing though.
I watched the beginning. It fell off, and then I just stopped watching it. My daughter loves it.
I just don't like spin-offs, and I think Breaking Bad was so good. I can't take a spin-off seriously, but supposedly it's really good.
Dennis Lopez is saying, in other words, they aren't using lube. That's saying it very lightly, my friend.
Ice Cube.
And that's good. And on top of that, the people in the West and the East, you guys are definitely getting annihilated. You guys for sure are taking the biggest hit.
Why are we getting canceled? What happened?
Oh, sorry, Danny. Did I just get us canceled at some point in this episode?
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that you randomly said something that was inappropriate, but I didn't catch it. So,
yeah.
Oh, look at that. And I see what people saying we can't have that in the server. So yeah, something you said something. I missed it.
You can't have it. I didn't do anything in a server.
Look at that. All right.
Yes, this is a Christian server. Yes. Oh,
and,
the comment. Okay. Sorry about that. It happens.
Then
a lot
said,
of people used
R.I.P. Peter Brown and Uncle Ed midfield stand seats. Oh no, Peter
Brown.
Peter Brown's good.
Come on,
Peter Brown's good.
Come on.
Peter Brown's good.
Come on.
Peter Brown might be upset about it, but he's good. I think Peter Brown is okay.
Peter Brown and Uncle Ed.
Peter Brown. Peter Brown lives in Cinderella's castle at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
right?
he does.
When he goes, he sleeps.
That's his.
And there's a room up there. He sleeps up there.
Yes, that's Peter Brown's room.
Yeah, and I watched his last episode. He has like the most beautiful hair, like really long, beautiful, magisterial hair. So he sleeps up there, and I'm sure that he's had that room for quite a while. So
listen, him and Uncle Ed are going to be they they've been supporting this team and teams before that here in South Florida for a long
Oh yeah,
time. And
yeah. Those are the real OGs. Like Peter Brown
yes,
and Color are the real OGs.
you got to
down there.
give credit to them.
For sure.
They're gonna be there. This is hurtful. I mean, look, seriously speaking, it sucks to be able to go through this, but look, I would just like I was telling my rep, I want to renew because I enjoy going to the games. I enjoy going with my son. I enjoy going with you. I enjoy going with friends and meeting other people and stuff. I think it's really awesome. Like this community is very strong, and I'm not considering on not renewing next year if they do decide to go ahead and just not make any changes in terms of the pricing. Then I think that we're going to have a little bit of a problem. So other than that, guys, if there's if there's any other comments or anything that you guys want to mention, you guys can go ahead. But I was just mentioning before you kind of slipped out of here.
And just randomly kicked me off.
Yeah, I'm planning on renewing it, but
I already renewed.
I'm planning on renewing it. I understand why people are frustrated. We do deserve something a little bit better in terms of some of the benefits. I get
sure.
Messi is there, but
now I thought 4% increase, not that bad. Now when they add another 10% next year for the stadium, all of a sudden they did me with 14-15%, and it's like, damn. But I guess we'll have that conversation next July. For now, this was it. Unless anybody has any other comments or concerns, I think we're basically done here. Any final words there, Chris?
Well, El Bigote is already wishing heebie-jeebies on us, saying next year is another 8 to 10%. So thanks for that, Bigote. Now you're getting the vice president. You're gonna get the. Let me see here. Hold on. Joker is saying I already renewed. I got one more year to complain.
I already renewed.
You and I both. Yes. And yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
I think you are wearing a wife beater. I'm not wearing a wife beater. I usually do.
I wear white. I've been wearing wife beaters since I was 7 or 8 years old, and I feel naked without them. So yes, I always wear a wife beater, and it's a very odd name for a tank top, but yes, I know what you're talking about. Wife beaters. Yes, I wear a wife beater.
And Lucas, we sit in section 124, so come through, hang out.
For sure. All right. Yeah. And then one last plug before we sign off here tonight. The MLS fans, battered MLS fans show. I put the link there in the chat. If you haven't already, go ahead and click on it, subscribe. We'll be on at 9:00. We have a podcaster from Columbus, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and then we have Wolf Forbes from MLS Moves. You guys have probably seen the Twitter account or the YouTube channel. All 4 of those guys will be joining, and we'll be talking just general MLS Leagues Cup, maybe some complaining about Open Cup, U.S. Open, Leagues Cup, all that other stuff. So we'll be on at 9:00. So if you have nothing else going on at 9:00, make sure to join in and kick it with us for episode number 2. And I think that's it, right? We covered everything. We said what we could and what we had.
I just want to mention one more thing before we go, and this is one thing I forgot to mention. Bigote is saying, I'll be there with my StubHub tickets for $14. I actually would love at the end of the season to do the math in terms of what the ticket prices were, right, for the games that Messi was there, and then the games that Messi wasn't there. Total it up and see if the value is actually better even going to the games game by game or not.
You'll probably break even. Look,
but you don't get a swag bag.
This year, I haven't gone to a few games, right? I think I've missed like 4 or 5 games, right? You and I have changed tickets. We've done a couple things, right? But one game, which was a Wednesday game, I sold a ticket. Messi was playing.
Yes.
I sold a ticket. I sold 2 tickets it was over $300.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you make some money back. If you sell 2 tickets, you got a third of your season tickets already there. So, I mean, yeah, I think you break even if you go ahead and do that.
Yeah, and that's a Danny job, Joker. So, just like you said, let's keep it moving.
All right. And I think that's it. We went on, if you count MLS tonight, 5 times in less than 24 hours. So tomorrow we will not be on. We're going to take Wednesday off because you guys have seen us way too much, including tonight, too much in a span of 24 hours. So tomorrow we will not be on. On Thursday, though, we'll be back. We have a Tigres podcast that's going to be joining us to preview the Tigres game on Saturday. So it's an English Tigres podcaster. So it should be fun to get the inside scoop on Tigres and to talk to somebody from Liga MX on the show. It's gonna be the second time we have a Liga MX guest on this show. So that should be fun. So look out for that on Thursday. And I think that's all we got for now. So again, join us tonight, 9:00. Battered MLS fans, make sure you join us. If you are listening on audio, thank you for listening all the way to the end. Please leave us 5 stars, comment, review, all that good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you hanging out with us during drive time today. It's the first time we ever do a 5:00 in the afternoon show. So we appreciate you that you jumped on. It's been really fun. And for those of you that called in, Bigote and everybody else that called in, we appreciate that also. And we'll keep it moving. Hope to everybody renews. Maybe not. Hope that you guys keep going to the stadium, though. Regardless, until the next one, have a good one.